We're at Gladstone, where the family's from on both sides. We're going past one of the houses that one family lived in. That particular one now is Grandma and Grandpa Slow's house, and this one is Nana and Granddad Hobbs's old house, where Mum grew up. We think that this is the house that Mum and Dad first had when they were first married. That's just a lovely logo. That's the pub that Nana used to work in as a cat cook, I think. There's just some information about the heritage of Gladstone. Now we've hit the Gladstone Cemetery, so it's just a very quick walk around. I apologise, I had to watch my feet, so there's a fair few ground shots in here. It was quite windy and gravelly, so you had to watch where you walked. There's some just nice, really old history in the graves here. They will tell a story. Some are very weathered and you can't tell the names. It's a metal cross. Can't read it anymore. And you can see quite a few are broken. That's so weathered you can't read it anymore, and that's a very old one that's just broken and been laid there. That's a little baby's grave, I think. And we're just moving through. That's covered in lichen or moss of some sort, algae, something. There's another metal ornate cross, and you can see the beautiful brick fretwork around it. Took a lot of care. So just, as you can see, lovely ground shot again. Coming up to some of the more older graves. That one's clearly children. Well, this one looks like it's been surrounded by its cot. So I find quite loving. Somebody loves some horses. And I'm just headed over to the family area. It's not a big graveyard or cemetery, however you want to call it. It's quite historic and still current today. It's not within the Gladstone city limits at all. It's quite a drive down Cemetery Road, aptly named. And we're just coming up to some of the family. Oh, that's a Boer War. I thought that was not amazing that somebody from the Boer War, Boer War veteran, was buried there. Shows you the age of the town, which was settled in about 1873, I think. That's Grandma and Grandpa Slow's grave. And next to it is Uncle Frank's, Dad's big brother. And I'll just go on a quick walk because I know that Uncle John's around here somewhere as well. Not quite certain at this point where he is. Needless to say, I do find him. And literally trying to figure out where he was. So I'm just walking around, having a look. I had actually thought that he was buried in, or buried with Grandma and Grandpa, but he wasn't. So I've just done a quick walk around. I think this is Uncle Laurie's parents. Certainly Hobbs family. I just thought that marble was just gorgeous. So I'm just still having a quick look around, seeing if there's any other relatives hanging around, so to speak. And there's just a couple more military names. And I've just walked past Uncle Frank's grave, and lo and behold, here's John's grave. It's quite a big plot for a little boy. He was only 5 when he died. Um, but it just says, beloved son of R&D Slow. So just doing another quick walk, having a quick look around, and this is Nana and Granddad's, or Granddad's rather's parents, Violet Johnson, or who became Hobbs, and William Hobbs. So they're our great grandparents. And just going to slowly make our way out. There's a couple more Anzac graves. And you can see it's just in the middle of nowhere. Cemetery Hill. It's on a hill. And so just making my way back to the car now. Checking out some of the older graves on the way out. Look at that sky. Now, this place is where Dad grew up when they first came to Gladstone. It's a farm. You can see there's not much left of the house anymore. They rented it before they brought the house that we saw earlier. So, yes, very, very weathered. Just a couple of walls and the blocks of what I presume was the veranda. And that's just going back past what we think is Mum and Dad's first house again.